I'm grateful to spend a few moments with you this afternoon to share some reflections on the connection between this complex issue of migration and our Catholic faith. All of us is framed by one central theological vision, and that is the Great Migration. And the Great Migration is really about God who left his own homeland to journey into this sinful and broken territory of our own existence, so that we could be reconciled to him on the cross and through discipleship make a return migration back to our homeland. As we know, this is not a new issue, but what is new is the scale. Today, there are more migrants than ever before. There are roughly 244 million international migrants, that is, people who were born outside their countries of origin. This means that loosely 1 out of every 35 people in the world is a migrant. And of these, 65 million are refugees, which is more than at any other point in history, even World War II. In this group here, I think, is emphasizing the natural laws, in which the United Nations is referred to as really the search for the invisible heart. And I think discipleship is about making visible the invisible heart of God in many ways. So really at its core, that is what our work is about. And really, it's trying to really bring out those natural laws. But in the end, it boils down to one central question, and that is, who is the other? What is the calculus of who the other is? So where that leads us, ultimately, is a place of tension. And the spirituality of our lives is often lived in these tensions. Our ministries are lived in the tensions of these positions, which I would summarize here as a tension between sovereign rights and human rights. The right of a nation to protect its borders, but also the right of a people to a dignified life and to migrate if necessary. Secondly, it's a tension between civil law and natural law. That is, the right of a nation to organize a system of regulations for the common good, but also the right of a people to provide for their families, to feed and to educate them. Thirdly, it's a tension between national security and human insecurity. And we can ask ourselves, can we ever have a true national security where we have so much human insecurity in our midst? And lastly, this takes it deeper. It's to look at the question between citizenship and discipleship, to say, what does it mean to fulfill the duties and expectations of being a member of the state, but ultimately, how do we respond to the inclusive demands of the gospel?